Vector Wars is a two-player board and card game set in a world where competing factions enter the grid to see who can earn the most Zeta orbs, which translates to points. This is a prototype copy, so please bear in mind that all components are prototype at this stage. On your turn, you can choose from a number of actions, including deploy, pick up, buying cards, playing cards, and so on. Deploying a card is as simple as choosing one of the 9 cards from your hand and deploying it to the grid. Picking up just involves picking up any resources that were on the space. This is money or credits. You can fortify by rolling a dice and popping it in one of the spots, which adds to your strength should you get into a fight. You can buy from the market, which will give you extra actions as long as you can afford it. This can include upgrades, which again add to your strength and are placed on the back of your card, unless it's been flipped over, obviously. You can also get shields, which are yellow cubes, and they'll go on your card as well. There's a number of free actions, including the flip action, which flips over your character and it activates its power, and using this is very strategic and tactical. So in this case I get some credits, ongoing action as well. Shields, as I've just previously said, go in the top corner, and they basically negate one attack against you. The market row contains a number of varied cards which give you upgrades, free actions, costed actions, and points as well. There's also always available the gravity well, which allows you to move characters around the grid, including the opponents. Fights are as simple as adding up all the strength on opposing sides. So in this case, if I was the red, I choose to fight the left-hand character first. They have a strength of 7 and a shield, and I have a strength of 10. That's my 2 dice. On the other side, I have a strength of 4 plus 1, so I'm going to go for that one first. Both teams roll a dice, so this is 4 plays 5, 6, 9, so I win a credit and a Zeta orb, which is a point. Next, I'm going to choose to attack the one on this side because we're even at the minute, 7-all, but we both have shields. So he gets a 5 and I get a 6. Way I win, so they lose their shield. But if I had lost that, it wouldn't have mattered so much because I could still do my final battle against the top one, where I have a 4, a 1, and a 6, and they have a 1, a 3, and a 4. So should be good here. My 11 plays, 7, 8. And yes, I've beaten them as well, so they come off and I reap the rewards. The game ends when both players have passed. A player can pass after all 9 of their cards have been exhausted onto the board or killed. If a player ever fills all 9 grids with their players, they win automatically. Otherwise, you add up points, including the ones on the faction. Vector Wars really surprised me. I thought I was going into a kind of one-on-one dueling game, and in some ways that's true, but when you add the grid, the 3x3 board, that you can move around, but it's not that easy to move. You have to take special action. The market cards that give you powers, and the idea of each side of a card having a different strength, it becomes something that is more than the sum of its parts. I really enjoyed the puzzle of where to put your cards, when to flip them. Do you risk putting one out early but saving its flip power for when you really want to use it, knowing that it might get beaten by someone else's? The mitigation is excellent. You can get shields onto your characters. You can pay to put walls in front of them that give them extra strength. There is a lot going on, but not in terms of complexity, in terms of difficulty to understand, but in terms of depth of options, there is a great deal to get your teeth into. I was really happy with it. I only played the deathmatch mode. I didn't play King of the Hill or Control the Grid. It might be called something else. But I was more than pleasantly surprised with how everything hung together. It felt just like a smooth experience. It didn't feel like a prototype. It felt like it had had a lot of development and a lot of playtesting. And these sides felt, the the factions we played felt really balanced. You can go in and try and destroy everyone else's characters. You can go in and try and control various elements and try and get money and buy all the upgrades that give you the orbs, the Z orbs. What I can't remember what they're called. Zork's orbs. Let's call them Zork's orbs. ZO. You can get the ZO, which is your points, through other means. There was actually, you didn't have to be ultimately hugely aggressive. You could kind of turtle your characters in, build a wall around them and say, come on have a go. You can put characters out and flip them really quickly for their powers. Even if you lose all your characters, you might still have a couple of turns left in you to get more points. It was clever without being kind of in your face about it, and it just did a great job. It wasn't presuming. I don't usually comment so much on how prototypes feel to play, but I really enjoyed this one. It is one that I would bring out for 2 players quite a lot. So this is a great game for those people who like the idea of a 2-player dueling game but want a few more options, who don't want to have to collect loads of extra cards. You get the 4 factions in the box. New factions will be easy to do, they'll just be 9 cards, and upgrades to the market in terms of expansions will be easy to do. It's not something where you're going to be building your deck outside of the game, although that could be added in as well quite easily, because each deck has a number of level 1, level 2 and level 3 characters, and that could be a way that it could be expanded. Factions could have more options. So if you like 2-player games, if you like card dueling games, if you've got enough games that have collectible elements and don't want to go down that path again, then Vector Wars is going to be a great hit for you. It's definitely worth checking out. The production already on the prototype is really good. They have some great stretch goals, upgrades to dice which look really, really nice. I love the use of dice in the game. I can't really say much more other than I really enjoyed my time with it, and I think a lot of people who might not normally look at this sort of game because of what they assume it's going to be will find a lot of gameplay there that they will then enjoy. Thanks very much for watching Board, Deck and Dice. Please check out Vector Wars on the link below, and we will see you next time. Vector Wars really surprised me. I thought, yes, I'm recording.